Hey all, good morning, or it is here. Jeremy, Deputy Editor for truthaboutguns.com, TTAG here, and I hope you can hear me because I lost my good microphone, so on the way here in the morning, none of the camera places are open. Went to Walmart, got a $9.99 like Charlie D'Amelio branded teen influencer vlogger microphone, and maybe it works, maybe it doesn't, but hopefully it does, because I'm going to shoot some suppressors today, or this suppressor. This is the newest can from Dead Air, and it's called the Primal, and this is a 458 board suppressor with the universal 1.375 or 1 3/8 by 24 thread pitch on the base. And basically the idea of this is, if it is a .458 like 458 SOCOM, or smaller diameter projectile, 45 ACP, 308, 223, 9mm, whatever fits through a 458 board can, you can shoot it with the Primal. So it's rated for all the rifle rounds, it's rated for all the pistol rounds. If it fits through that bore, you're good to go. So I brought a handful of different guns. I didn't have a thread adapter that worked for this for my 458 SOCOM, but I'm going to shoot it on a 375 Raptor. I'm going to shoot it on a 45 pistol and a couple other things and see how the Primal sounds. So it's not exactly that, but you can kind of think of the Primal as a Dead Air Wolfman that's fully welded, so it's not modular. There's no front section that comes off, and obviously with a slightly larger bore so you can shoot 45 through it. And let's do that. I'm going to start off with the largest diameter bullet that I have with me today in an FNX 45 Tactical. So we're going to shoot 45 ACP through the Primal. Alright, nice and quiet. It's a little bit of a heavy suppressor compared to a pistol dedicated suppressor. But of course this thing is rifle rated for 5.56, 308, what have you. Nice. I can hear a lot of bullets hitting little rocks and whizzing up into the air. That's a little creepy, but you don't hear that normally unless you're shooting suppressed. All of a sudden you've got all of that background noise. This is nice and quiet, super, super comfortable. I felt a teeny bit of blowback, but no more than I felt with dedicated 45 pistol suppressors. And I should note, this is a silencer co booster assembly, threads right into this guy. That's the only 45 booster, right, piston that I had and assembly. And with that universal thread pitch, the options for mounting systems is limitless. So, okay, sounded great on a 45 ACP pistol. See what's next. I'm just going to kind of work down in caliber size. Next, we're going to go for 375 Raptor. I'm going to shoot a couple of 400 grain subsonics and a few 235 grain supersonics through, of course, the coolest gun in the world. Yeah, you guessed it. It's a Black Collar Arms pork sword pistol in 375 Raptor, except I put a stock on it, so in this case it's a pork sword SBR. Although the brace was Cerakoted FDE, it looked kind of cool. Primal on the front, Add-A-Ball X 1 to 10X on the top. Alright, that's a 235 grain super. Not bad. Now, a couple of those subs. Woo! Nice. It's a thumpy round. Even in those subs, you're shooting 400 grains downrange. So this is, you know, it's louder. It sounds like a rifle, but it's still comfortable to the ear. Great for hunting. It's impressive always when you've got a big bore can that can make smaller bore cartridges quiet. That's a 375 though, so maybe next we should check out a 308. Over to 308, this is my CZ557 with no sights on it, because, you know, what do I need sights for? Dead Air Primal. Shooting 160 grain, I think, something like that. Soft point, just regular hunting ammo, full supersonic velocity, all that jazz. Alright, say it's a little bit louder than like a dedicated 30 cal can. Noticeably, maybe a little more than a little bit, but it's still quiet. It's not obnoxious, it's not uncomfortable or painful, but it's getting close to that uncomfortable threshold. You know, if you want to have the quietest 308 you can possibly have, You're going to want a dedicated 30 cal cam. Once you step that bore up from 30 to 458, you're letting a lot more gas down through the, through the bore line of the suppressor. But considering the not too long length of this suppressor, the overall size of it, and the fact that you've got that huge bore that you can shoot all sorts of different stuff through, it sounds pretty darn good on 308. I dig it. This is a little weird, I apologize, but the only 300 Blackout I brought is a prototype gun with black collar, and I can't show it on camera yet. So I'm going to tip the camera down so you can't see the gun. You're going to look at my sexy legs, and I'm going to shoot some rounds of subsonic 300 Blackout through the Dead Air Primal. Legs. Good thing I shaved today. Alright, yeah, I'm about the same distance from the camera. Shoot this little prototype 300 Blackie. Oh yeah. That's impressively quiet. Very much so. I'm really impressed with how quiet that is on this. I can hear the magazine, spring like rattling around and stuff. It is, approximately as quiet as any 300 Blackout suppressor I've shot on this. So very cool for having such a big bore. That's pretty badass. I think there was a little bit of first round pop, and then after that sounded really great. I realize now I screwed up my caliber order because here's a 9mm that's .355 after shooting these .308 ones. Whatever, I'm sure I'll edit this video so they're in their correct order and you'll never know about this. Okay, 9mm, this is a 4.5-inch barrel, so it's going to sound a lot like most 9mm pistols will, but it's a CMMG upper. Nice, very quiet. Yeah, sounds good, runs good. No complaints, except for the cost of that ammo. Runs on my little P365, and no problem. Alright y'all, thanks for joining me to check out the Dead Air Primal. Find this guy at Silencer Shop. They make the suppressor buying experience easier than anyone else. It is a great suppressor. I mean, if you're looking for one good quality, quiet can that you can run on tons of your different guns, this just might be the ticket. I would say, in my personal opinion, I haven't seen actual data yet, that it is quieter than the Silencer Go Hybrid 46. But kind of that same use, anything that's effectively 46 cal, 458 cal, and smaller, you can run through this thing. And with that universal thread pitch at the bottom, I mean, the options are limitless for what kind of mounts you can use on this, from Dead Air's Xeno and Keymod and Chemo, or whatever the heck they call it, Key Micro, all sorts of different keys. And then also mounts, of course, from all sorts of other companies on the market. Run it on your hunting rifles, run it on your pistols. Pretty awesome. Check out the full review at thetruthaboutguns.com. Find the Primal at Dead Air and at Silencer Shop. Like and subscribe. You gotta do it, especially over on Rumble. Right now, go ahead onto Rumble if you're not watching it there. Hit the subscribe button and follow us there. And we'll see y'all here. We will see y'all out here next time. And we'll see y'all out here next time.